Hi, I'm Heather. Welcome to class. Today we're going to work on Paschimottanasana, which is our seated forward fold, or it's actually translated as the intense stretch to the west side of the body pose. And we're going to work with some breath practices in that pose, including Kumbhakas, which is known as the breath retention. And before we begin, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel, to click on the like button, to share the video, to comment below. All of these actions help with the algorithm in YouTube so that this content can be seen by other people who are wanting to be inspired for their yoga practice. Before we begin, if you find this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe. We're going to start with a bolster, a brick, a belt, and a blanket. This setup is going to be particularly helpful for those who feel stiff when it comes to doing Paschimottanasana. So I'm wanting to make it accessible to all people, and we'll start with this, what I'd call an easier variation, and then we'll progress to perhaps what could be a bit more challenging. So if we sit up on a blanket, I've got what I call a three-fold blanket, and that gives a good amount of height under the hips. We're going to place the bolster underneath the knees. Now, it can depend on the height of the bolster as well as the bulkiness of your blankets as to whether your knees are considerably bent or only a little bit bent. If you've got a really flat bolster, maybe that's the case. But if you need to build up the height of your bolster because you do feel stiff and it's very tricky for you to come forward, then by all means put some folded blankets on top of your bolster, or put a couple of bricks underneath your bolster. But what we're going to explore first is coming forward with the forehead coming down onto the brick. So I've got a blade-shaped brick on the bolster, and then when I come forward, I know for me my spine's quite long, so coming forward and bringing my forehead to the bolster to the brick might mean that I actually have to shorten the front body, which means not only am I collapsing the chest, but I'm rounding the back, and I don't really want to do that. So depending on how long your spine is relative to the length of your thighs, you may be better off putting a brick forward here so that when you come forward, your forehead can rest. Now, if that degree of hip flexion is problematic for you, particularly if you've got concerns in the lower back and or you're stiff in the hamstrings, then use more height. You could put a brick underneath this tall brick so it's easier for you to come forward. And there might be some people who can have the brick on the bolster because your thighs are longer than your spine relative to me. So this is going to be the setup. The belt, if we make the loop quite large, we put the belt around the feet. I've got my feet hip width apart, knees hip width apart. And as I'm holding onto the belt, I am inclining forward. My spine is leaning forward, but I'm not dropping my chest. So I want to feel that I can roll the pelvis forward, which helps to bring the lumbar spine in, which helps with the corresponding lift of the chest. It really is important to lift the chest because we want to bring in Jalandhara Bandha, which is the throat lock, where we're drawing chin to chest, but we're maintaining the chest to chin. So as we start, feel that you are able to lift up the chest and keep the back reasonably straight. We're going to take an inhalation and draw the chin down to the chest, but we're lifting the chest up. So exhale first. Then inhale deeply. Draw your chin down. Roll the shoulders down the back. And then as you're ready, exhale, lift the head up. So you may have had a slight pause there at the end of the inhalation. We're going to see if we can really deliberately do a pause, a moment of holding the breath. So it's called Antara Kumbhaka, a breath retention after inhaling. So again, exhale. As you inhale, lift the sternum up to the chin, draw the chin to the sternum. And if you can, hold the breath in for 1 or 2 seconds. When you're ready, exhale. So the next time we do that, we're going to exhale and come into a forward bend and bring the forehead down onto the brick. Exhale first, then inhale. Chin to chest, chest to chin. Hold 1 or 2 seconds, and when you're ready, exhale. Pull on the belt, bring yourself down. Perhaps you can lengthen the abdomen along your thighs, forward to the brick. And when you're ready, you inhale, let go of the belt, come to sit up, and take a normal breath or two. So for the first 1 or 2, I usually talk a lot through it. I'm not able to get the full length of breath that I would personally like. So if you're able to go a bit longer with your inhalation, a bit longer with your exhalation, by all means do that. We're going to go again and we'll see if we can slow things down, because what we're wanting to do through this practice is soothe and settle the nervous system, quieten the mind. So again, we hold our belt around the feet. You lift the chest up, draw the shoulders back and down, exhale. Full deep inhalation. Chin to chest, you can close your eyes as you hold the breath in. When you're ready, you exhale. Bend the elbows, come into a forward bend. The abdomen lengthening along the thighs and the forehead coming down to your support if possible. Hold the breath out and then inhale. And let go. So holding the breath out, we don't need to do that for any period of time just yet. We're going to come to that. But I'm wanting us to see that we can firstly just get acquainted with the idea of working in and out of Paschimottanasana like this. Again, let's hold the belt. You lift the chest as you draw the shoulders down. Exhale. So you eliminate the breath from the body first, then slow inhale. Draw the chin to the chest. Chest lifts up to the chin. You hold the breath in. A couple of seconds is fine. When you're ready, you exhale. Bend the elbows. Draw yourself into a forward bend. Perhaps the forehead can contact your support. When you're ready, you inhale, raise the head and the torso, let go of your belt, and take a couple of normal breaths. Now, if you're feeling supple and you want to go further into the forward bend, we can remove this bolster. Removing the bolster could potentially mean when you go to straighten your legs, you come into a forward bend, it's a real struggle to get your forehead down to rest. If that's the case, take a second brick, whether it's just flat underneath your tall brick or whether it's blade shape underneath your tall brick, or perhaps even if it's as tall as the tall brick, and you bring your forehead down. At this stage, we're wanting to keep the legs straight. So if it's a real struggle, perhaps you come back to doing the practice with the bolster underneath your thighs. Otherwise, find what's going to work. And if you can manage with only the one brick, the tall brick, use the other one between your ankle bones. So you're squeezing the ankle bones against the brick as you roll the inner thighs down. We'll start with the belt, holding the belt. And again, there's a slight incline forward. As you're leaning forward to reach the belt, press the thighs down. So there's an action that happens when we press the thighs down. We get a rebound effect of lifting the chest up, but do make sure your lumbar spine is moving in. We don't want to feel that the back is rounding in an effort to hold the belt. So thighs press down, the pelvis tilts forward so the lumbar spine can move in, and the chest lifts up. Exhale. As you inhale, lift the chest and draw the chin to the chest. Hold the breath in for 1 or 2 counts. Keep the thighs pressing down. When you're ready, then you exhale. Pull on the belt, come into your forward bend, bring your forehead to your support. And when you're ready, you inhale, you come to sit up, let go your belt. And again, take 1 or 2 normal breaths. So we're going to go again, but this time if we can work with not only the inhalation retention, Antara Kumbhaka, but then bring in the exhalation retention, Bahya Kumbhaka. So as after exhaling and resting the forehead down, there's a brief pause where there's no breath. Maybe 1 or 2 seconds. If you can go longer, that's fine, but at no point do we want to feel that we're gasping for our breath as we come out of this practice. We want to only hold the breath for as long as there's no tension that builds up. So let's work with our belt again, holding the belt like handles. Press the thighs down, rebound the chest up. Exhale. Then full deep inhalation. Chin to chest, chest to chin. So you've got Jalandhara Bandha, but relax your throat. Hold the breath in, just 1 or 2 counts. When you're ready, then you exhale. Come forward, keep your thighs pressing down, lengthen the front body. Bring your forehead to your support. At the end of the exhalation, perhaps you can hold the breath out, 1 or 2 counts. When you're ready, you slowly inhale, come up, let go your belt. Take a normal breath or 2. Now, for those who feel you can go further, you can catch the outer feet rather than holding the belt, then we'll continue with that as a practice. But if you need to use the belt, by all means, use the belt. Make sure your brick is forward enough so that your nose doesn't get squashed on the brick. I've got quite a long spine relative to the length of my leg, so I do need my brick to be a long way forward. Don't bend your knees in an effort to get to the brick. If you're really struggling, then use more height to sit on, or raise the height underneath your brick here, or come back to potentially using the bolster underneath your knees. So if you're holding your belt, reach your belt, otherwise catch the outer edges of the feet. If you've got your brick between your ankles, squeeze the brick there, press your thighs down, drive the head of the thighs down to get the rebound lift through your chest. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Chin to chest. Chest to chin, hold the breath in. As you're ready, exhale. Bend the elbows out wide. Don't drop them down to the floor. Elbows out wide, forehead to your support. Hold the breath out as you finish your exhalation. When you're ready, raise the head, inhale, come to sit up. And again, rest there. Take a couple of normal breaths. We'll do a couple more repetitions. I'll talk less so that I can focus more on the breath. When you're ready, reach forward, whether you catch the feet or catch your belt. Exhale first. Then inhale, deep inhalation. Hold the breath in. Exhale. Hold the breath out. Inhale, sit up. Take a couple of normal breaths. And we'll do one more. Again, reach for the outer feet or hold the belt. Press your thighs down as you lift your chest. Exhale. Deep inhalation, chin to chest. Hold the breath in. Exhale. Forward bend. Hold the breath out. And inhale. Come to sit up. And just sit for a moment and observe the residue of that practice. Notice how you're feeling in the nervous system, in the mind. And then we'll finish up. Ideally, a practice like that brings a feeling of being settled, calm and quiet. If it does the opposite, if you feel tense, if you feel irritated, then perhaps you're overdoing and you need to pull back a little bit, particularly with the length of breath retention and maybe even the length of the inhalation and the length of the exhalation. If you enjoy practicing with me, I invite you to check out the video library on my website with over 430 full-length classes, and I add a new class every week. There's a lot of classes to choose from. heatherkitchenyoga.com.au. You can start your membership with a 7-day free trial. That's it for today. Thanks for joining me. For more in-depth teaching, check out the video library on my website, heatherkitchenyoga.com.au. The link is in the description box below.